Hi, this is Bob Ryan with this week's Sports Rewind. The title this week is It's Sunny, Raining, or Cloudy. So here we go. Sure, it's late fall with winter knocking on the door, but right now in the St. Louis sports world, it really is sunny, rainy, and cloudy. You know what I mean? When it's sunny, things are going great. They're going terrific, probably even very well. Raining, things are not going well. They're going poorly for you. And cloudy is when things are kind of up in the air. You're not exactly sure. It sometimes infers you're leading down the road to having trouble. Well, let's start and see what exactly happens here. When you hear this sound, you'll know we're moving to a new topic. So here we go. What a fantastic, very, very sunny World Series it's been from start to finish. The Dodgers were seemingly out of it when Toronto took a 3-2 lead after 5 games. LA won Game 6, 3-1, with all the runs in the entire game coming in the third inning. What a freakish thing that was. It had great pitching on both sides. Then the unbelievable Game 7. It was a game, one of the very best postseason World Series games ever, according to most experts. The Dodgers won it 5-4 in an 11-inning victory. It will be clearly going down in history as one of the very best sunny moments of MLB World Series history. Considering the setting, Game Series 7 of the series, it really was special. But it wasn't the only good game. Some are already calling the 2025 series one of, if not the best, all-time great World Series. Speaking of the best, how about these Shohei Ohtani series batting numbers? His average, 333. On-base percentage, 500. That means he was on base one half of his at-bats. His slugging percentage, 778. And on-base percentage, his OPS it's called, 1.278. This was the biggest stage of the baseball season, as it is every year. But wow, that deserves a second wow, really, with those numbers. Here's a bit of sunny news about the Cardinals. Shortstop Mason Wynn was named the Gold Glove winner in the National League. His range, strong arm, and dependability as a defender were factors in this very prestigious award. He was the only Cardinal to win a Gold Glove in 2025. The last Gold Glove Cardinal winners were Nolan Arenado and Brendan Donovan in 2022. Can you imagine going back 2021, the Cardinals had 5 Gold Glove winners. Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader, and Tommy Edman. 5 of them. That year, the Cardinals posted a 90-72 record as they finished in second place in the NL Central. At 23 years, 191 days old, on the final day of 2025 regular season, Wynn is the youngest Cardinal player to win a Gold Glove award, per the Elias Sports Bureau, and the 4th card shortstop to win the honor. You could probably name the other ones. They were Edgar Renteria in 2002 and 3, Ozzie Smith, 82-92, and for 1 year, Dal Maxwell in 1968. So Wynn falls in as number 4. We were spoiled a long time by the St. Louis Cardinals shortstops with a long string of sunny years. The Cardinals, take a look from 2000 to 2025. There were Cardinal postseason years from 2000 to 2006, 2009, 2011 to 15, 2019, and the last one was 2022. In all of those years, Cardinals had strong shortstops leading the way. But since 2022, things have been very rainy for the Cardinals. In 2023, the Cardinals dropped way off to a 71-91 record for the season. That put them in 5th place in the NL Central Division. It was Ali Marmol's second year as manager. 2024, the Cardinals bounced back over 500 with an 83-79 mark, which was good for second place in the Central. This past season, 2025, the Cardinals posted a 78-84 record. It was cloudy, not horrible, but not really good. It was a cloudy season. The Cardinals finished fourth in NL Central while finishing 19 games out of first place. It's a long way. Cardinals finished with that 78-84 record, and the team stats for 2025, National League 15 teams, the Cardinals' batting stats were 12th in runs scored, 9th in batting average, 12th in OPS, 11th in stolen bases, and 13th in drawing walks. So their mediocre averages led to their mediocre season. The faithful Cardinal fans have shown their feelings too, not just by their words alone, but by their ghost-like attendance at home games. In 2019, St. Louis still had an amazing sunny total at the gate of 3,480,393 fans for the entire season, second highest in the major leagues. That's really incredible when you consider the size of the metropolitan area of St. Louis, including St. Charles, of course. 2020 was wiped out due to COVID, so no fans due to COVID. 2021, there were 2,102,530 fans for the season. Very easy to see at the lockout of 2021-22 really hurt the entire MLB at the gate. Cardinals saw a drop of 1,370,000+. That's a staggering drop in attendance of 39.5%. But the drop has continued in St. Louis. 2022 saw the Cardinals attendance at 3,022 and all the way down to what we mentioned, a third drop. So the attendance, one could expect a drop in the expenditures since the owner's goal is to make money. Last year, the Cardinals were 16th of 30 teams in total payroll with their $131+ million. But then things began to rain. Tony La Russa wore the Cardinal head as manager from 1996 to 2011. Some people liked him, some did not. I did. I thought he was terrific. Coupled with COVID, there was a change in the leadership in the dugout. Just check his career record. Russa took the Cardinals to the postseason in 9 different seasons. Take a look at some of those sunny seasons for the Cardinals. Cardinals' postseason appearance under La Russa were 96, they won the NL Central, lost the NL Championship Series. In 2000, won the NL Central again, lost the National League Championship Series again. 2001, won the National League Wild Card, lost the Division Series. 2002, they won the NL Central, lost the NL Championship Series. 2004, the Cardinals won the NL Central and the National League pennant, then lost the World Series. 2005, they won the National League Central, lost the National League Championship Series. In 2006, Cardinals won the NL Central and the World Series. What a great year that was. 2009, they won the NL Central, lost the NL Division Series. In 2011, the Cardinals won the National League Wild Card and the World Series. Were we spoiled or what? So that's far more than any manager riding the same group of players to the postseason for 2 to 4 years. You know, one manager can have the same group for those 2 or 4 years, but not over that great Cardinals length of time. This is not a knock on any of Tony's successors, but rather to illustrate his sharp skills in the dugout and off the field as a manager. There are all different levels of good. Tony was closest, in my opinion, to the highest form of being good as a manager. I also suspect Tony has some input with the general manager regarding formation of the roster during his tenure. There's no question that Ali didn't have a strong roster in 2025 or for that matter, at any time during his tenure. The last time the Cardinals won a National League Championship Series was 2013. Their last World Series was also 2013. But those sunny days are almost completely shielded now by the cloudy days currently. To some, it seems that 500 has become the goal for 2026. More rain in the Cardinal news. Cardinals recently announced that Lars Nootbaar had surgery on both of his heels to shave down Hagelin's deformities. The timetable for his recovery is uncertain at the moment. Some are speculating that the Cardinals might non-tender Nootbaar to save themselves $5.7 million, since this is his walk year. That often seems to become a headache along with bad press. For his career, Lars Nootbaar owns these numbers: 242 average, 341 slug, and a slash line of 406, good for its 747 OPS. When considering the idea of non-tendering a player and letting them walk, value has to come into play. Organizations will be quick to non-tender a player if the player they believe they will get on the field from them it's less than what it will cost to pay them. In the case of Lars Nootbaar, it would take an even greater disaster of a season than what he experienced last year in 2025 for him not to be worth his current arbitration. Nonetheless, I think the Cardinals may look to trade him instead of non-tendering him. On the sunny side, winning can be done and is being done with smaller payrolls. The Milwaukee Brewers, amazingly, are number 22 in team payroll at $121+ million, $10 million less than the Cardinals. Check out the recent Brewer records. 2025, our season we just concluded, first place. 2023, first place. 2022, second place. 2021, first place. Phenomenal. Now, I can't decide if it means Milwaukee is that good or if the National League Central is just that bad. At any rate, things are very, very sunny for Milwaukee right now, while the Cardinals still seem to have some rainy days ahead of them when it comes to grabbing wins. Let's go to some football, college football. Mizzou football is playing under rainy time these days. The loss to Vanderbilt was a tough one. Vanderbilt jumped right past the Tigers in the weekly polls into the top 10 as Mizzou dropped out of it. The heartbreaking last second, 2 yards short of a winning TD made it real tough for Mizzou to swallow. The cloudy week off gave Mizzou an opportunity to plan, heal, and practice well for the next opponent. And that opponent is the number 3 team in the country, Texas A&M. The Aggies bring in an 8-0 record. The Tigers will definitely need a sunny, very sunny performance from all the components of a football game. Their offense, their defense, their special teams all need to play at the highest level. A loss, which would be a huge rainy day, makes the hopes of reaching the NCAA Final 12 teams land in the rain. Going through some very rainy days are the St. Louis City SC City Soccer Club, as they recently fired their lone sporting director they've had in the history of the club, Lutz Pfannenstiel. It's not really current news, but City really, really needs to recapture the excitement and enthusiasm that hovered around City Park in its opening years. Last year was a very rainy year. City posted a disappointing season with just 8 wins, tied 8 games, and lost 18. For the season, they were outscored 58-44. 44 goals in 34 games isn't going to win you many soccer matches, since it's about 1.3 goals per game. I know very little about soccer, but I do know you have to score goals to win. I don't know how to do it, but go out and find some. Maybe even just one big score can become a strong offensive force. Of course, the cost for those higher scores is on a much higher scale than most other players. I know it's easier said than done, and that City's probably been working hard to do it. But if you open that wall just a little bit wider, I think it can be done. At least I hope so. And bring many more sunny days to us in the future. Our next topic, hockey. The excitement of opening day is long gone, as the Blues are playing in a heavy rain time right now. As I write this, the Blues hold a 3-7-2 record, and they sit in last place in the Central Division. To be completely honest, probably all parts of the game could be improved, but there are some real problems. The defensive play seems to be the biggest negative at the moment. The Blues have given up 51 goals in 12 games. That's a 4.25 goals per game. That's way too high if you want to have a winning team. To my eyes, the Blues defense has the rain falling down on them. They appear to be much slower on their skates this year, since most of them are older veterans, I guess. The opponent's offensive players seemingly just whisk right by them. Blues head coach Jim Montgomery has publicly expressed frustration with the teams overall. And looking at them individually, take your pick. Almost any defender could be chastised. However, from my eyes, veteran Justin Falk seems to have lost notable speed. And that's probably due to his age, not his conditioning. And we've seen his play sag. Another veteran, Colton Parayko, seems to be in a cloudy way. He's up and down. One day he's very solid. The next one gives up a very important goal. I must note that head coach Jim Montgomery has encouraged Parayko to crash the net when a team opportunity presents itself. That maneuver, encouraged by Montgomery, does make it more difficult for Parayko to scamper back on defense quickly. I guess it's a matter of trying to maximize the offense with just struggling. You know, when your team is losing, you try to push even more out of your best players, even if it does result in some counter moves that hurt your team. All this being said about the defense, when the offense has scored 29 goals, that's second lowest in the division, the miracle postseason of last year seems to have disappeared quickly here in the early part of the 25-26 season. It is a long season, though, so we're hoping for some sunny days soon from the Blues in upcoming weeks. From my view, the coaching is not the problem. Head coach Jim Montgomery is good, probably one of the very best. There's no fault there. Let's hope that the players can turn it around and solve our issues. Going back to baseball, sunny days are ahead for the San Francisco Giants and their new manager. At least I hope so and think so. The new manager's from St. Louis, Tony Vitello. Vitello will be the first college head coach to jump directly into the managerial position at the Major League Baseball level. Vitello was head coach at the University of Tennessee for 7 seasons. He led the Vols to a national championship in 2024 and multiple Southeast Conference titles. In his 7 years, Vitello piled up a terrific record. He was 341 wins and 131 losses. And in the tough SEC, which is probably the best baseball conference, he was 125 and 85. He led the Vols to a national title in 2024, as well as multiple SEC championships. With respect to player development, he saw 52 of his players selected in the Major League Baseball draft and helped lead the program to 3 Men's College World Series appearances in 4 years, including Tennessee's first national championship in 2024. Tennessee is the only program in the nation that has appeared in super regionals in each of the 5 years. So Vitello's been doing it for a long string of years. It was in his blood for a long time, though. Vitello's father, Greg, coached baseball at DeSmet for 46 years. I had to double check that. I couldn't hardly believe it. Not only did Greg Vitello coach baseball for 46 years, he was a head soccer coach for the same amount of time. So clearly his son has it in his blood. But it could bring cloudy results. I believe Vitello's knowledge of the game, his strategy, his enthusiasm and energy are all good, probably great. But can he manage adult men? Major League Baseball players' life and career are at stake, with many of them having multiple years already under the belt. Most, if not all of them, hold contracts that far exceed the salary of any manager, much less this new rookie manager. Can he gain their respect is the question. And he will have to gain it. Just because he's the manager doesn't make the players respect him at the Major League Baseball level. Like all managers, he'll have to win to gain respect. It's funny, players blame managers when they're losing a team, but when they win, it's because of the players. Kind of ironical. Nonetheless, it will have to be a different relationship than a college manager with his players. The relationship between players and managers at the Major League Baseball level doesn't have to be buddy-buddy, but there must be respect on each side for the other side. First 2 months of the season could really be crucial for the Giants and Vitello. Only time will tell if Vitello's success is sunny, rainy, or cloudy. I wish him luck. Get a better ring there. Feels like rain to me to see some people are upset with the Dodgers because they placed Sandy Koufax in a row behind Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at the World Series game. Come on. There's way too many things in the world that are real problems without being upset about who's sitting in row 1 or row 2 at a sports game. The only exception would be if they were in front of you and they stood up and were 6 feet plus tall throughout the entire game, like I did at City Soccer Match. Have a good week, and I'm encouraging you to respond to any part of this rewind. You can't be wrong. It's your opinion. It can be sunny, rainy, or cloudy. This is Bob Ryan saying so long.